It's time. And I have been sitting here for 30 minutes, still trying to get this camera to work. Still haven't figured it out. It's crazy because it works on the EOS utility, but it doesn't work on YouTube. Well, YouTube don't let me preview it for some reason. And it in StreamYard, it just says EOS utility. So I need to take a day to figure out how to make this stuff work. Because again, I'm on my phone. And I would prefer to not be on my phone. How y'all doing today? How y'all doing? Today is May the 15th. Let me get my watch right. Today is May the 15th. And we about to get ready for some traveling today. I am off. Ooh. I am off. Hey, perfect. How you doing? It is Wednesday. I am off. Yesterday was so exhausting for me at work because I was on call and them tickets was coming in. Oh, you about to clean up some? I wish you could see my room, because you know how it is when you ready to go out of town, hon. I started washing everything up. I washed up my bedspreads, my sheets, so I can come on to a clean bed. Washed all my clothes, but then I got a pile of clothes sitting in the laundry hamper that I need to put up. So then I started packing my clothes. And I said, wait a minute, I think some of the stuff I'm looking for is in my laundry hamper. So now I got clothes that need to be put up. I have been here for about 30 minutes. Yes, I'm cleaning for my company. Oh, you got company coming. Yep. I know what that's like, honey. Be running around. Be running around. And everything that looked all right for you, all of a sudden is magnified when you got company coming and you like, I ain't seen that dust ball in the corner. Everything is magnified. Your favorite auntie, how long is she gonna stay with you? Or is she gonna stay with you? Or how long is she gonna be in town? Oh, let me do my skincare, y'all, because I'm not gonna have these products when I'm gone, and they've been working. Oh, the counters and the floors. Oh, me too, child. I'm going away for a week. And this time I tried to do something different. Because normally I travel, I leave on Friday or even Saturday morning. But this time I said I want to travel from Wednesday to Wednesday. I want to see what that's like to travel from Wednesday to Wednesday. I've been trying to set my live up, but this camera thing ain't working, so I had to use my phone, y'all. So, did y'all hear about the man who got pushed in the lake by his friends? I ain't got too many notes on it, but I think his name is it Christopher or Chris Gilbert? And he had just finished his master's work, and he was getting ready to go to school to be a doctor. He got pushed in the lake. He was with a group of friends. Oh. So he was the only one of us with a group of friends. So you know how this is going to turn out. And somebody pushed him in. Well, he could not swim very well, and he ended up being in a coma. Yeah, he ended up being in a coma. I'm not sure how many days he was in a coma, but he did wake. He did wake up. He did wake up from the coma, and he is talking. So now everybody knows who pushed him in the water. But what get me is, he said he just want to move on with his life. Okay? He said, you know, he's not mad at her. He just want to move on with his life. And somebody said that because he's trying to go to medical school, right? He don't want to yeah. Because he's going to medical school, he don't want the fact that he has been in a coma for multiple days to affect him being able to take care of patients. And it's not going to affect him being able to take care of patients. You know, we got doctors who can't hear. We even got blind doctors. So, yeah, we got doctors who can't hear. We got doctors who can't see. So they can't discriminate against him because he's been in a coma. But that's what he told somebody, is that he don't want the fact that he's been in a coma for a few days to affect him being able to go to medical school. But the fact that he came out of the coma and he don't want to talk about it, he just want to move on with his life. Baby, just tell me somebody threatened you without telling me somebody threatened you. That's what it's given to me. Tell me somebody came up to the hospital and said something to you that makes you not want to talk about what happened to you. Like, your family was out here fighting while you was in that coma. Your family was out here fighting for you. Your mama was out here fighting hard because she wanted to get to the bottom of everything. Now you woke. You done told everybody who pushed you in, but you want to just move on with your life. Now, I'm going to say that this is no laughing matter, because this man could really be scared, and everybody knows where him and his family lives at. That's his friend. Right. So I can see why he want to just move on with his life. But it's given somebody done said something to you while you was in that hospital. It's given somebody done threatened you. And they done said they gonna get you and the whole family unless you keep your damn mouth closed or something. Because I have never heard of somebody that's been pushed to near death in a lake, and they don't want to see the person who did it stand before the law. Yeah, perfect. Her family definitely been on the line No, but I'm saying the victim, he said he gonna forgive her and he just want to move on with his life. I'm talking about him, the one that just woke up out the coma. So if somebody did something wrong to him, it doesn't matter because he said he's going to forgive and he just want to move on with his life. I want to know what these folks done said to you. I want to know who done came up to that hospital. Because like I said, his friends know his family and they know where he live at. So have they threatened you? Because it was one of his female friends who pushed him in the water. I know that's right. They better be taking care of his medical bills and then some. It was one of his female friends that pushed him in the water, y'all. So I'm trying, like, this could go real deep. Like, her father could be the mayor of the city. You know what I'm saying? Her father could be a governor. Her father could be the chief of police. Anybody. But he just wakes up out his coma and say, I'm going to forgive and forget. We're going to go on about our lives. You was in a coma. You was halfway going to glory. And the first thing you say is you just want to go on about your life. You want to forgive. It's not that bad. It ain't that serious. I want to know. That's what I'm trying to get at. Perfect. I think somebody done got to this man's hospital room and then got in their ear. Because he's young. He just finished college, so he's a young man. And they probably just ducked down and whispered and said, look, we glad you're doing better. But if anything comes out about whoever she is, push you in the water, we know where your mama live. And we're going to see to that. You know what I'm saying? Because he is definitely going like on a press tour trying to just say, you know, we just going to forgive and forget. This lady didn't just bump into you in the parking lot at the store and didn't want to exchange information. This lady pushed you in the water and then, hold on. If y'all ain't heard the whole story, I ain't heard all of it, but I'm going to tell you what I heard. And then I saw a picture of the lake that they pushed him in. Nobody jumped in the water of the friends. I think they said it was another person who wasn't even with them. Or was it a police officer or a fireman? Somebody jumped in the water eventually. But it wasn't like his group of friends that jumped in the water and tried to get him. See, you don't play like that. That is nothing to play with. But that is something that people do all the time. Yeah. Yeah. So when he was doing his little press interview and he said he just gonna forgive and forget, I was down there reading them people's comments. And that's exactly what somebody said. Well, do he know his friends didn't even jump in to try to save him? While he talking about forgive and forget. So that's when I definitely put in the comments like, somebody been in this boy's ear. Like, you waking up out the coma, first off, you should have just kept your mouth closed till you talk to the authorities. You should not be doing no press run. But I think he's doing a press run because somebody been in his ear already. Somebody been in his ear already. Like, you've been in a coma. You should be like, oh, let me see my mama. Let me see my sister. Oh, I can't believe, stuff like that. You didn't think you was going to see the next day. Why is you worried about the person that pushed you into that water and you don't even know the whole story? Like, they didn't even try to help you. brother. Oh my goodness. Child, it is always some more to the story. So today I'm just going to keep it light. I just put on a little bit of concealer. And you know what, when it comes to where I live at Perfect, the only thing be messed up is my room most of the time. And, you know, where I do this little makeup and stuff. But like the main places be halfway decent. Halfway decent. But my room right now look like a tornado. So I know it's going to be some more information coming out about that story about that Christopher Gilbert. That was the man that got pushed into the lake and wind up going into a coma. I know it's going to be some more coming out about that because that man was forgiven too quick. Like, how you even remember them damn people? And your mama was out there doing all the press runs and everything trying to get to justice. She seen it. She seen it. Because one thing about it, I always told my children when they was growing up, when it come to friends, anytime you and a bunch of friends go somewhere, you better come back with all your friends. Everybody better come back together. Okay? So they done went to the lake. They done pushed this man in. They done went on about their damn business. You don't do that. You don't do that. If you with a group of friends, everybody either better get pushed in or everybody better not get pushed. You know what I'm saying? Everybody better be doing the same thing. And I'm going to tell you a story. So one day, and my son is 34, 35, something like that, or 32. He in the 30s. When he was in high school, he decided to skip school. Skipped school and went to a house drinking party. Everybody in the house drinking. Okay. Where I lived at, it was predominantly, so the house party was predominantly, and it had some of us there. I think he had about 3 or 4 friends with him. But the house party was, okay. So let me tell you how low down the county is. Somebody called and complained about this house party going on in the neighborhood. And the police end up coming to investigate. My son and his friends, they jumps out the window. You know, it won't no high thing, but they jumps out the window and start running. The police at the front door knocking. These people know you don't have to open your door. The ones that's supplying the alcohol, the ones house they're in, know you don't have to open the door. So the police knocking, they not opening the door. But they see the dudes jump out the window. They see the dudes jump out the window and start running. Who the police go after? Who just left the front door, turned over to the side, and started going after? You know what I'm saying? The kids did not open the door to the police knocking because they know the law. That parents might even be in the law. They didn't open the door. So none of the kids inside of the house got in trouble. Of course, mine did because he ran. And I'm going to keep on telling that story until all of us know if you around a bunch of them, you better do what they doing too. If you don't know the law, you better do what they doing too. Because, yes, he got in trouble. Him and all his little friends that got caught running got in trouble. Now, I'm trying to figure out how you not outrun them old ass police officers and y'all's teenagers. How they catch y'all? Probably because these damn kids ain't used to running nowhere. They probably didn't know where to go. But yeah, mine got caught, had to go to court, had to do all the things. Had to do all the things. But you know, he had a mama right there telling him everything to do. So by the time we got to court, it wasn't nothing that he had to do. But yeah, that was a whole ordeal. That was a whole ordeal. So in case you don't know, unless they got a search warrant, if they come knocking at your door, you do not have to open your door. You do not. Unless they show you they got a search warrant, you do not have to open your door. Them kids went on back to the party. And they didn't think two its about the ones outside getting locked up. Yeah. But them kids in that house outsmarted the whole system. They had all the alcohol. They were supplying it to all the teenagers. And they knew, we ain't got to open the door. And I called. I called the police to let them know about an alcohol party. And they want to ask me 12,000 questions like they already knew what was going on, and we not going to check it out. Because we got a few people. Yeah. Yeah, they probably did that before. That's how they knew. Or their family is in law. And they told them they don't open the door if the police ever come here. And so yeah, that happened 20 years ago. And it's true. And these little towns cover each other. So that's why I said somebody done got in that boy's ear, and that boy's scared as hell to say anything about anybody that did something to him. Because all he talking about is he want to go on with his life. I didn't even hear in the little thing, he threw up his hand, said he just want to go on with his life. He ain't said nothing about his mama or nothing that's been sitting here fighting for him. He been talking about the person who pushed him in the lake and how he just want to move on with things. What'd you say, Perfect? My mom worked a lot. What? So rule number 1 in our house, don't open the door. Right. That's right. But you know what? I'm not going to lie. Like, if the police come to my door, I would just think to open the door to see what's going on. So they probably would have got me. Because, you know, I've heard of, you know, sometimes the police have to come notify you if something happened to somebody else and things like that. And I'm curious. I want to know why they coming to my door. So they probably would have got me. But my son learned a valuable lesson that he had to pay for. Whenever you're around them folks, and it's mostly them folks, you better do what they doing. Right. Right. You better do what they doing. So now it's so funny. I've had the police come here a couple of times. And now, because I got the Ring camera, I don't even go to the door. I talk to them on the camera. And the only time they've come here is because they seen I had a camera and they wanted to ask me about footage. But they ask stupid questions like, my camera is pointing straight at my door, right? You asking me about something down the street. Ring cameras do not move. The Ring one is really straight. Now, if you got the one with the lights, it's not a Ring. It's a, what they call it? another type of camera. That one will move around. I got that in the back. But as far as the front door, they saw the camera on the front door. And they thought they was going to come get some footage. My camera like this, they talking about something happened down the street. I said, my camera ain't pointing that way. And they went on. I ain't even opened the door. I talked to them right there through the Ring camera. And then some people got rings that don't even work. So they'll come and ask, but you can always say, my camera won't working. My camera don't work no more. But I've had them come a couple of times and ask about ring footage. But they always asking crazy stuff. They talking about the opposite way than the camera pointing or whatnot. So they ain't even talking about nothing serious. Ooh. Now, I'm going to touch on this story briefly because I haven't been following it. But I just heard a couple of hours ago. Well, I heard about this a long time ago, but I just ain't paying no attention to it because, you know, some things is not in my age group. I just don't pay too much attention to. DJ Akademicks come to the forefront because I heard they getting you on grape charges. You know, we can't say the real word. It was something came out maybe last year or so about a lady that came to his house and his boys or his security or whoever the guys was at the house graped her. And y'all know what I'm talking about. And for some reason, I think she was just going to keep quiet about it until something happened. And she decided to go public. So I don't know. Y'all check it out if you want to. But the reason why I'm talking about today is because that case is amping up. He's deciding to speak on it like a fool. And she said, oh, well, since you want to talk about it, I'm going to tell exactly what happened. So it seemed like she showed up at his house. You know, they had met online, a bunch of stuff like that. When she got there, his boys answered the door. They was at the pool. They invited her to the pool side. And I believe it. I believe it. Because anytime, you know, Akademicks is a millionaire. Anytime somebody got a bunch of money, it's always a bunch of flunkies around. I said it. He always got homeboys. But when you broke, don't nobody want to be bothered with you. Am I lying? Homeless people will tell you every day, people don't even look at them in the eye. Right. Homeless people will tell you every day. That's why I be so nice to people that I see that's homeless or displaced or whatever the words y'all want to call it. Is because I know that they said people don't even look at them in the eye sometimes. They don't want to make eye contact because they don't want to speak. So as soon as somebody get a couple of coins in their pocket, you always going to have friends. You always going to have friends. And it's not because of who you are, it's what you got. So he's sitting at the house with a bunch of flunkies in the house. He done met this girl online, invited her to his house, or just showed up in town and he said, yeah, come over. The friends got to her first. So I don't know what DJ was doing. I don't know if he was up in the room playing video games or whatever they do. But the friends got to her first. And this is the way since he said something, she putting everything out there. So the friends got to her and she said, and you grape me too. So I don't know if he in Georgia, but if he is, let me tell you, they just gave Nature Boy life for graping somebody. Georgia don't play. Georgia do not play. Okay? We just watched Nature Boy for the past couple of years go through his trial, 2 or 3, because I think he got accused during COVID, so they couldn't really do anything. So he just been sitting for 2 or 3 years until they could get to his trial. When they had his trial, they said life plus 20. For grape, this is another guy. For grape and posting revenge porn on the girl, he got life plus 20. I said, ooh, these people is not playing. Rightfully so. These people is not playing. So y'all keep on. So the question is, DJ, why would you even have flunkies around you like that? And when it happened, why did you participate too? Like this wasn't never gonna come to the light. Like you could just do anything you want. It was never gonna come. You had too much to lose. Hello? You had too much to lose. And since when a millionaire got to do something like that? Baby, I don't know what's going to happen with this case, but he being accused of the R word, baby. DJ Akademicks. This your boy, DJ Akademicks. Yeah, him. Crazy. And I didn't look at his news because that's not, you know, I don't know them rappers and everything. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you got money, you got a couple of coins. But what is it with people with all this money acting weird? You don't have to be weird. Day get a girl, he don't have to do that. And he worked right at the 7-Eleven. Okay? Day can get a girl and he worked right at the 7-Eleven. What's wrong with you? Yep. It's because they think that money makes them cool or they untouchable. They get to a point where it's not about the money, it's about the ego. Like you think you untouchable. You could do anything. You could buy silence. And now that this has come to the forefront, is this the first time? What else you been doing and you just been paying people to sweep it up under the rug? Young and dumb. Young and dumb. It's almost like they get to the point where they get so much money, they don't know what to do with themselves. That's what I'm thinking too. Now, it's a lot of things we could say about the girl, but I'm not. It's a lot of things we could say because she did go over a man's house in the middle of the afternoon, somebody she just met online and things like that. It's a lot of things we could say that, you know, about the choices that she made. But nothing justifies taking advantage of somebody. I mean, she could have a mental issue and not even be, you know, able to think straight. He just met her offline, so he don't know. But I'm more on him because he had more to lose. You had more to lose. You're supposed to keep it right. You're supposed to not have anything illegal going on in your house. And if somebody do something illegal, you're supposed to be the first to call the cops. Because you have something, the thugs that's up in your place, they not worried about losing anything because they don't have nothing. Yep. But no, they probably talking it to her, saying, I ain't got to give you a dime. I did what I did and that's it. Because yeah, she was in a compromising position. Y'all. And let me tell y'all, when y'all get ready, if y'all start dating somebody in the early stages and it's not working out, y'all need to start breaking up in public. Okay? That's just an extra added tip for today. If you start dating somebody and you feel like it's not going to work out, don't go to their house so you can talk to them. Break up in public. Be at the park, at the coffee shop, something like that. Because people nowadays is losing their marbles for the smallest of things. You could have just met the person 3 weeks ago. You don't mean that much to somebody after 3 weeks. You barely even know the person after 3 weeks. Break up in public. Let them know, I don't think this is going to work out. I really appreciate the time that we had together. And in just 3 weeks, they shouldn't even know where you live at. So you should be able to easily walk away. Break up in public. Yeah, over the telephone. That's good too. That's a good idea too, over the telephone. But stop showing people your whole family, where you live at, where you work at, when you just meet them. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because now you're not only putting yourself in danger. We have heard, and it's been cases where I live at, where people come burn up the house and everybody in it. And you, the one he was dating, wasn't even at home that day. Yeah. Yeah, we had a couple of cases like that where an ex would come burn up the whole house and the person he trying to get wasn't even there. She come home and everybody in the family gone. So stop letting these folks know where you live at, where you work at, where your family live. I told a guy one thing about me, and he told his sister, and she, ooh, they crazy. They crazy. But see, that's how much weird people be doing things like that. That's why you got to be very elusive at first. You got to be very elusive. And that's for your protection and for anybody that you around, because it's a lot of people out here that they don't even care about doing something to you. I mean, look at Jennifer Hudson. Her mama and her sister gone. I forgot what that was about. Was that somebody in the family? I forgot who did that. But some people, they don't even be after the person they was dating. They'll rather get your family, your kids, and other people like that. Which means they was thugs and crooks from the beginning. Or just weird. Just weird. Sometimes I think it's all about the money. Her sister's ex-boyfriend. That's it. That's it. It was her sister's ex-boyfriend. And the sister's still living. Or was it? Or did she pass? I can't remember, but I know it was Jennifer Hudson's mother and somebody else that passed away in that fire. So some people, they don't even want to get you. They gonna get the people that you love. So that's why you got to be careful when you first meeting somebody. You don't tell them where you live. You don't tell them where you work or who you work for. Y'all continue to meet at places because you really don't know somebody at first. And some people, you might not even have nothing. I ain't got nothing. But people can perceive that you got a lot and they want it. And you don't even be having nothing half the time. But they come from a mind frame that they had less and they want to figure out a way to come up. back your car into a spot, yep, so that you can get out. Oh, so that you can get the license plate. Yeah, when my when my daughter was a teenager, that's exactly what we did. Before she went out with somebody, we went outside while the guy came in the house and talked. We went outside and took pictures of the car and the tags every time. And you got to remember, this is a time, she's 36 now, so you're talking about over 20 years ago where, you know, the Apple, like, you can trace everybody on your phone with the Apple phones. This was before then. So we had to do the best we can with keeping up with what was going on with our children. So we used to go outside and take a picture of the tag in the car. And then somebody gave her the driver's license and she took a picture of the driver. Don't get on me. We was just crazy. We was just crazy back then. We was checking everything, looking at everything. And you know, that's what, because I have a son too, that part made me always so nervous when he started to date, is because I knew that he was picking up somebody else's child and they was going out and he was going to be responsible and he was driving around with somebody else's child. So I used to always be on him, like, you know, make sure she get home. Just like she came, ain't no issues. Make sure you follow the speed limit, all the sign, all the things, because I never wanted to have to go to somebody else's parents and tell them that there was an issue with their child in my care. Sometimes it's not about the material thing. Some people just want a person to complete their life, which is crazy. You can't make another person. That's right, because they out here sick, honey, and they in disguise. They out here sick in disguise. And I think a lot of people are trying to get a come up. And it might not even be a serious come up. Like, I've heard some men say that even though they married, I think I said this before, they always keep a woman on the side who lived in the projects. Now, this was years ago, because I don't even think they got too many projects nowadays, but because I think the move is to get everybody in Section 8 where you get a house. But there's groups of married men who believe in having a wife and also keeping having a relationship with somebody in the projects. And I don't know why these girls ain't figured it out now. But they do that because whenever the wife is upset with them, they in disagreement, they having problems, they know they always got somewhere to stay. Because you have controlled in rental place. So at the time, people was paying like $1 a month for an apartment. You could pay your whole rent for $12. So they knew that person was always going to have a place to stay. And I'm going to keep telling about it, because it's actually men out here who believe that. Now, I can't talk about the women because I haven't experienced no woman, but I have talked to men who say this is what they are, all them and all their friends always keep their wife, and they keep somebody in the projects. Oh, you had a neighbor that told you her mother paid 1 penny and couldn't believe. And you know, people be losing them places for the dumbest things. People be losing them places. Like, you ain't got to pay but $12 a year, but you done lost your place because you got to fighting outside. You know, there's certain regulations when it comes to you can't do certain things. You done got to fighting outside, or you've been late on the little rent. But I've heard a lot of people who the program was good for, and they say, yeah, you know, it helped me while I was going to school, while I was raising my children. I used to pay my $12 as soon as I got my income tax, cover the rent for the whole year. But you know, people actually lost. I guess it's the same thing like that man that had $500,000 waiting for him, and he just didn't want to go get his driver's license. Same thing. People will be losing their government housing for the dumbest reasons. Dumbest reasons. Well, let me go, y'all. I got a big day today. I'm going to try to get some footage as I go throughout my travels. I'm going to see my grandchildren. And my daughter said, you ain't even packed yet. I said, I don't got to pack too much. She said, why? I said, because I'm taking care of kids. So I'm packing some exercise clothes so I can get down on the floor, play with them with toys, walk them to the park. I ain't got to pack nothing to play with kids. I got one pair of jeans, one dress, and a bunch of exercise clothes. Because I'm going to be comfortable. Y'all be safe. I'm still going to come live. But I'm just going to be in a different location. The screen might be black because I'm in a black room. I don't know. But I'm going to be in a different location. Might be walking. I don't know. But I'm going to come live every day. Y'all be safe out there. I will see y'all on the next Rich Live. Peace, Riches.